Hey guys, Gav321 here. This video is going to be on Tesla service. Now I know this is a very debated topic. There's a lot of angry people and some happy people on the internet. As you can see, all these videos here, pretty crazy. There's a lot of videos on Tesla service. It's one of the worst things about the company overall, considering how good they're doing. So I'm just going to go over my experience in this video. This is purely my experience. I'll give my opinion on service at the end of the video, but most of this is just going to be how it was for us. So these vehicles are pretty reliable in general, but sometimes when you get the car, actually most of the time, there's some defects. They produce them so quickly and they're a new company, they're kind of getting used to it. But there's a lot of defects from the factory. I'm going to go over those and then show you how it went down when they tried to fix it. Alright, so once we took delivery of the car, we brought it home and we went on the car to just check out all the different errors that came with it from the factory. And then we went into our Tesla app, scrolled down to service, and then requested a service. Now in the description, we listed all the items we needed fixed, and then we basically requested for something called mobile service, and it's where they come out to your house or your work and fix it mobily instead of having to go to a place and get a loaner and all that stuff. With small fixes, it's a lot easier, but a lot of times they do have you go in for bigger stuff. So it's cool, doesn't always work all the time, but I'm gonna go over basically, he went to his work that day that he requested. The mobile guy came out. Didn't take him very long. I wasn't there, but he said he was really nice and he seemed like he knew what he was doing. He fixed what was asked and then he left, brought it home, and then I checked it out, and I'll show you guys what happened after that first one. Alright, so the first error we had was up here on the fender. I'm going to put a picture on it because this is after it was fixed, but it was basically just a scuff. It didn't come across very well in the previous video, so there was some comments about that, but I try to get a picture of it if I can. It was basically some scuffing that could not be washed out, and the only reason I really wanted to replace it is because it shouldn't come like that from the factory. It's not a big deal. It'll probably happen, but not from the factory. So we had that whole fender replaced, as you can see here. All right, so the second service thing was back here on the spoiler. This is a pretty common one. I've seen a lot, even back to like Model S even sometimes. Where the carbon fiber spoiler that comes with the performance one is disconnected. So on this side, I'll show some footage of that, but it was disconnected. The spoiler itself was attached, but it was disconnected on one side. Again, unacceptable from the factory. And then over here, I don't know if I have a picture of this, so I'm gonna show you it here, but there was actually a big scratch right here from the factory on the spoiler. So they just ended up replacing the whole thing. Did a pretty nice job, as you can see here. It's all attached, very firm. So that's nice. All right, so the last thing we asked to be fixed by the mobile serviceman is back here with the seats. So the problem reveals itself when you go to put down the seats. So I'm gonna put down the seats with the button here. All right, so once you fold down the seats and then go to put them back up, as you can see, they are not aligned. So that black you can see is the trim of the other seat. There's like a hump. It should not be like this. They should be aligned from the factory. When you recline them both like this, they are aligned then. It's a little close over there, but they're pretty much aligned. This is what you'd expect. It's only when you recline it though, so I don't know why he didn't fix it, but I'll show you what he tried to do. So I've got some footage of this from before they actually did and replaced it, but he tried to replace all these back panels. So he tried to replace all these foam things, and he actually replaced this one wrong. So it came back and it was flimsy. There was a clip up here that was disconnected, so it was actually coming off. And then the other thing we noticed was that this lever did not work. The second service appointment actually did fix it, which I'll talk about later, but as you can see, works now, but it, for some reason, I don't know if he broke it or it broke in transit or something, but it was not working when we got it back. So that's what the first mobile serviceman did. All right, so after that first technician failed to fix the seat problem, we emailed Tesla to try and see if they could get it done, and they said that this time we actually had to go into the service center. So he set that up. It happened about a week after the first one. He went down. They only had to hold it for like an hour, but he ended up leaving it there for about 3 hours during his work. They gave him like a 75D Model S as a little loaner for the day, and then he came back and picked it up, and they actually fixed the middle seat that somehow got broken. The latch was not working, so they fixed that, and then they tried to fix the rest of the seats, and I'll go over what happened with that. All right, so at the service center, they basically just fixed what that first technician did wrong, and then they tried to fix the seats again. So they replaced this panel and fixed the latch. I think they might have just clipped it in, but they did fix it, and then they fixed this latch so it does work now. We requested the service to actually fix the seat problem where it doesn't align, but it came back and it's the exact same. So I'm not really sure what happened there. All right, guys, so that was my Tesla service experience. It lasted about 2 weeks. Pretty good experience overall for us. So I'm just going to give you kind of my opinion on the whole thing. So for my experience, it's been pretty good, as you can see. I still don't know why they can't just fix this permanently. They kind of added this weird setting. I'll show some clips of it, but basically they added a middle setting that makes it aligned. It still doesn't align when you initially unfold them, but you can align it once you do that. Now, my dad doesn't really care, so he's not going to set up another appointment. He has them back all the way where they're aligned all the time anyway, so he doesn't care. So we're not going to go ahead and try and fix that. So I think they're growing, and I think it'll get better, but right now it's okay. I think around the country it's a lot worse. Here in Minnesota, pretty good. But overall, all the people we dealt with were pretty nice and pretty good. So thank you guys for watching this video. Some videos I have coming up. My efficiency video is very close to being done. I'm collecting the data, and it's almost done being collected. I'm just kind of getting it ready to display, and then modifications. Still working on that, getting the rest of the modifications on the car. So hope you guys get ready for those videos, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mm-hmm.
This is not good. This is the hardest one by far.
Down here, and the reason I fold them down is because, oh, that one got stuck. We emailed Tesla, and they said they could read,